Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day so far, and I truly hope that wherever you are in the world right now, you and your family are in peace and that you're enjoying good health as we continue navigating through this very strange period in time. A couple of days ago, I shared this video over on IGTV in which I offer my 5 best tips to stay happy and productive as an artist during this challenging time. These are tips that have been working for me in order to stay consistent with my art practice. And because this is such an important topic right now, I thought that I'd share this here at my YouTube channel as well. I hope these tips help somebody out there, and without much further ado, let's get into it. So many artists from my different online communities have been reaching out lately asking me for advice on how to get back on track with their creative practice. So many people are feeling bummed out, overwhelmed, anxious, distracted, and I get it. I mean, with everything that's been going on worldwide, it can be so challenging to remain positive and stay inspired in order to keep creating. So because of all this, I decided to sit down the other day and put together a list of 5 things, these main 5 things that I've been focusing on doing lately in order to stay creative and productive even during these difficult times, so that I can at least continue making small steps forward every single day. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this list of 5 tips to get out of a creative slump, which I hope will help. So tip number 1 is to focus on the process and not the end result. And this is something that I've shared time and time again in the past, but it is so important, and I feel that so many artists out there, especially those just getting started on their journeys, need this constant reminder. So many of us sit down in front of a new page or canvas expecting perfection from ourselves and placing all of the importance on the final product as opposed to on that journey that we had to go through in order to create it. We get so easily frustrated and disappointed when we see that things are more difficult or challenging than we expected them to be, and give unnecessary and untrue meaning to our mistakes, such as I am not an artist, this is a waste of time, etc., etc. I want you to never, ever forget that the process of creation is where the growth and the self-discovery take place, and that the final drawing, painting, sculpture, whatever it is that you're creating is the byproduct of something even greater. From what I have seen in my own journey, students' journeys, community members' journeys, the artists who focus on the process and learn to see their mistakes as signs of growth are the ones who not only develop their skills and find their voices faster, but enjoy themselves so much more along the way. This reminder is even more important right now in this current period that we're going through, in which our minds are pulled in so many different directions, many of which are negative. And so it's even more important to be kind to ourselves and remind ourselves as artists that even though the outcome of the piece that we're working on may not end up being what we initially envisioned it to be, we still were incredibly courageous to put ourselves through that process, and there's still a lot of growth that came through putting ourselves through that process. Moving on to tip number 2 on how to break out of an art slump. And this one is to allow yourself to explore new mediums, new techniques, or new subjects. Whenever I feel myself hitting a wall with my creativity and my art, I try to do something different. I lower the bar for myself and do something that is fun, that is intuitive, whether it's trying a new drawing or painting medium that I haven't used in a while, whether it's mixing mediums in ways that I don't usually do, or I just challenge myself with an entirely new subject or style. I get into this process with curiosity, with an exploratory spirit, not with the intention of creating any final masterpiece that I want to show off or anything like that. I don't do any planning or preparation like I usually do for larger pieces, and I mostly go into it as a sort of self-therapy to see what feelings and ideas pop up along the way. And many times those feelings and ideas fuel a larger piece that I do later on. Collage is one of those art techniques which I find myself coming back to again and again throughout time, which never fails to reignite my passion for art and reignite my creativity. And art techniques like collaging are awesome because most likely than not, you already have the supplies you need at home. You have old magazines, old newspapers, photos, stuff like that that you can use to exercise your creativity and continue exploring yourself artistically. Moving on to tip number 3, and this one would be to join an online art community or art challenge. Being part of some sort of creative community in which you can share and talk with other artists and like-minded people is, in my opinion at least, absolutely key in order to stay motivated and consistent. And this can be in person or it can be online, which really makes sense nowadays with everything that is currently going on. I mean, I honestly am so happy that I was born when I was born and that I get to live at this point in time in which we have the internet and we can connect with other people who share our same passions, that we can talk to, that we can share our work with, that we can get feedback from, and places where we can feel less alone as artists, because being an artist can be very lonely and isolating sometimes, and it's just so important to be able to talk with people who may be going through or have gone through similar experiences. And we get to do this so easily and connect with people that we would have never otherwise connected with via the internet, through Facebook groups, which I have my own, by the way, that my email subscribers get access to for free. I'm gonna make sure to leave a link to become an art email insider down below in the text section of this post in case you're interested in joining. We can also do this via online courses that have that community aspect to them. Art challenges are also an amazing way to connect with other people. They are a way to stay motivated and consistent. At this point in the year, there are tons of different drawing, painting challenges that you can join, which are absolutely amazing. Moving on to point number 4, and this one is also something that I've talked about before. I'm very passionate about this because it permeates into every other area of your life, and you're gonna become a better artist for it. You're gonna be able to create more work for it, and I just wanna make sure to remind you guys of this. This tip is to make sure that you're taking care of your mind and your body. I'm simply not of the belief that art always has to come from some sort of internal struggle or turmoil. You know, it can be the case. However, I really feel that art can come from a place of love, from a place of optimism, even though maybe circumstances could be negative around us. I feel that as artists, we can create from a place of optimism and from seeing the good things that can come from negative situations. I feel that all in all, this can lead to much more long-term success and productivity, which is something that I not only really want for myself, but I want for other artists as well. Self-care has been absolutely instrumental in my own artistic success, and it's because I prioritize my mental and physical health that I'm able to stay consistently happy and productive. A lot of the times I speak with artists who are struggling with some sort of creative or artistic block. It turns out that this lack of self-care is the root of the problem. So whatever this may look like for you, because this is different for all of us, make sure that you're doing something consistently every single week to take care of your body and your mind. Go out for walks, do at-home workouts, try meditating, journaling, and/or simply talk out your feelings and thoughts with a trusted family member or friend. If you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, you're not moving, you're not getting fresh air, you aren't doing anything to release those anxious thoughts, it's going to be very hard for you to stay inspired and motivated as an artist. And the very final tip is going to be to stop consuming negativity. I know that it's important to stay informed of what's going on, but I would highly recommend you to limit your news intake to only what's truly necessary. Make sure that if you're consuming any type of media, it's uplifting or at least neutral, and or teaches you something productive. The things we see and listen to affect us at conscious and subconscious levels, which then affects our thoughts and mood throughout the day, which in turn affects our actions and productivity. As an artist, teacher, and business owner, it's incredibly important to protect my energy, but this really goes for anyone who wants to lead a happy, fulfilling, and productive life. Instead of allowing other people to drive your thoughts and your moods throughout your days, which most likely than not have like an alternate goal with the way that they are spinning stuff, you should try to be the captain of your own thoughts so that you can actually invest your time and your energy in the things that are going to actually help you become the artist and the person that you're looking to become. Alright everyone, that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, that you learned something new, or that you found it inspiring. If you did like it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps support the work that I am doing here on YouTube and allows more artists to get to know about my channel. Thank you so very much for watching today. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments for me, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you guys and read every single one of your comments. Don't forget to subscribe so that I can see you next week for another video, and stay inspired. Bye guys!